Well, welcome back to Disaster Central, everybody. We got Uncle Donnie posting an AI image of himself with a gray alien locked and chained up, guarding his jewels. We're gonna have to talk about that one in a second. Ebola erupting yet again. Ebola's going apeshit. You got wildfires raging. You also got Alberta trying to separate. You got Uncle Donnie in the news, China in the news. Yeah, we got a lot of disasters, ladies and gentlemen. But first of all, check this out. You don't have to like or subscribe, but we're gonna have to fly down to Congo real quick. Roll it. Yeah, here we go.
The World Health Organization has declared the Ebola outbreak in Congo and Uganda a public health emergency. Now, this comes after nearly 300 suspected cases and more than 800 deaths were reported in both countries. The Global Health Agency says the outbreak does not meet the criteria of a pandemic, but warns it could turn into a much larger outbreak with significant risk of local and regional spread. There are now 8 lab-confirmed cases of the virus.
Whoa! So the antivirus apparently didn't do the thing that they wanted, so now they're going with the Ebola drums. They're beating the Ebola drums, but nah, Ebola has been around for a long time. I remember when I first heard about this, I was a teenager, and man, that was freaky though. That was terrifying. I remember when I first heard about it, I was terrified though, because it's a crazy kind of disease. You bleed from places that, oh my god. It's wild, it's wild.
De cette nouvelle épidémie.
Okay, so they're speaking the Francais. I understand French, but I know you guys don't understand the Francais, so we're gonna have to fly down to BBC, British Broadcasting Channel. That's what it means, okay? We're not talking other kind of BBC, okay? But check this out. Roll
in Kampala.
English.
We'll be looking at why the outbreak has become a global concern, but first, Joe Inwood reports.
Yeah.
In Bunia, they are all too familiar with what this means.
I believe the first case, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, I'm speaking out of my ass quite literally right here. 1976, that's the I don't know, for some odd reason that comes in my mind. That's when it first started, right? And you know, there are cases, it's hard to get though. You would have to be like very close to the person that actually caught the disease, and you would have to touch the fluids and all that pose to be able to get it, right? From my understanding at least.
The re-emergence of Ebola, the deadly virus that has struck the eastern DRC before. It's said to be like spreading and has already killed more than 80 people.
Sheesh.
Local hospitals have been doing what they can, but they are not equipped to deal with a major outbreak.
Yo, salute to the medical workers, man, that actually put up with all this, to be honest, though. That is, you know, you gotta respect that, though. They actually risk their life.
News that a case has been reported in Goma, the biggest city in the region, is of particular concern. Containing the virus before it spreads is vital.
Yeah, that is important.
I'm afraid, like any human being, because we have children at school and they still come into contact with a lot of people. We don't really know who they might be around or play with. Once they come home, they can infect the whole family.
True.
This was the same region that was hit by the DRC's deadliest ever Ebola outbreak between 2018 and 2020.
Diseases and disasters.
Killed around 2,500 between 2018 and 2020. That killed around 2,500 people. Specialist treatment centres were set up, with patients kept behind plastic sheets. Ebola spreads through direct contact with bodily fluids and through broken skin. It causes
broken skin as well, okay, then
severe bleeding and organ failure, and often an agonising death. In one of the poorest countries on earth, where many do not have access to good healthcare,
in a way, bringing ensemble. Okay, I do speak the Francais, that's proof right there.
This latest outbreak under control comes with many challenges.
People in the community said it was witchcraft. Now we realise that the first person fell ill in late April and died. The body was repatriated to a nearby town. It was the return of this body to a mining area with a large population that caused the Ebola outbreak to escalate.
Man, society when it's our time to be an adult, bro. I'd be screaming that for a minute. Oil prices, economy, taxes, viruses, diseases, Alberta trying to separate here in Canada, Uncle Donnie, China, Iran, everybody beefing, okay? What the hell is going on, aliens? Uncle Donnie posting this image with an alien. Yo, that is crazy. We're gonna have to talk about it. It's an AI image, and apparently they're saying that UFO Files batch number 2, season 2 is dropping very soon, and that's basically a tease for that.
The strain of Ebola behind this new outbreak does not have a vaccine. The World Health
There we go.
Organization says the DRC is facing a
Yeah, where is Uncle Bill Gates at though? He must be happy right now. No more, no vaccine for no cure for a disease. Come on in.
health emergency of international concern. Joe Inwood, BBC News.
Yeah, BBC News. All right, so we're gonna leave BBC behind. You know what? Salute to the medical staff out there, but we're gonna have to move on. Apparently, this brother posted this, and this is going viral right now. You can see Uncle Donnie. It says that Xi Jinping sat on a tall chair while Uncle Donnie was given a shorter chair with a soft seat, so he sinks and appears smaller than Xi Jinping. Laughing emoji. China humiliated Uncle Donnie in front of the world. Now, I mean, I gotta say, bro, the chair is very, very comfy. I mean, let me get a chair like that too. But yeah, it's the power game, right? Yeah, so you can see Uncle Xi Jinping. Damn, man, they done Uncle Donnie dirty, bro. That is crazy. These are power moves. On the other hand, they are also going gangbusters as well. So it's a funny situation. Same height, sitting back in chairs, sitting tall, okay. And Uncle Donnie sitting forward on the edge of the chair, leaning forward. So yeah, so you know, yeah. So you got, yeah. Let me know which side that works for you guys. Put it in the comments. But nah, China done Uncle Donnie dirty with that, okay. But moving on. Apparently, you got Canada and U.S. friction out here. That's the title of it. Roll it.
President Donald Trump wrapped up a significant trip to China last week, and that's brought up a trade rub with Canada. As the president returned from his Beijing trip with a gaggle of American CEOs, no deals were made public, but that trip did.
Damn, man, that chair, bro. Uncle Donnie needs a better chair like that. Come on, Uncle Xi.
Trip with a
Damn, bro. Like, y'all. But that's a soft chair, though. That is a very comfy chair. That's good. So Uncle Donnie get like a sofa kind of treatment. that is good. Very, very chilling. Uncle Donnie relaxing.
Gaggle of American CEOs. No deals were made public, but that trip did give Prime Minister Carney a window to underscore his message that Canada won't wait for Washington's permission to push its own deals with other countries.
Powering Canada strong. Populiser un Canada fort, là. Ah ouais, tabarnak de esti de calice, ma bas les couilles, là.
The difference between criticism and action by the US on Canada and China, I think that really shows that it's important. We must be masters in our own home.
Back in January, when Carney announced a landmark trade agreement with China over EVs and agricultural products, Trump intensified the trade feud, threatening Canada with a 100% tariff. Joining us.
Come on, Uncle Donnie. Come on, man. We need to come together, bro. Let's continue.
Now is Kellyanne Shaw, former deputy assistant.
Okay, we're not gonna continue. We're gonna let both of them beef about it. We're gonna have to move on because we're gonna have to fly down to Southern California. We got raging wildfires. It's not even summer yet. We recently had raging wildfires here in Canada, and now we're getting them in Southern California too.
So back to our other big story right now, breaking in California. You can see the chopper flying over the fires in Simi Valley, Southern California, a brush fire raging just outside of Los Angeles. Chief correspondent Jonathan Hunt reporting live for us from Los Angeles. Hi, Jonathan.
Man, wait, I remember the Palisades fire. Those weren't a long time ago, and now we got another one. Dang.
Hey, Martha, and we know that so far just over 180 acres have been burned in this fire that is being called the Sandy Fire. It started on Sandy Avenue in Simi Valley.
Hell?
That is the reason for that name.
Dang, it's looking like a Battlefield 6 map right now. Whoa!
One property has been burned, as we understand it so far. It looks as though firefighters sprung into action really quickly here and are getting a handle on this. I've seen some video too of some homeowners at the back of their homes as flames approach up a slope behind those homes with their garden hoses doing their best to tamp down the flames. And as you look at the wider pictures now, it does...
Yeah, this is where the hose come in to work, though. You know what I'm saying? The hoses, you know, the holes of where the water comes out from. Guys, come on, man. Damn.
Appear that they do have a good handle on this. As you just saw when you came to the live pictures there, they have helicopters dropping water. There is a body of water, Bard Lake.
Man, somebody gotta develop like a vitamin W where, you know, it's like a nuclear with the water. Some bull squash like that, right? Just thinking on my feet here, guys. Because you can drop vitamin N and it's over, but you're telling me that we didn't develop like any sort of technology where we can just drop like a water bomb and then it just everything just clears flares up like a mini tsunami or something, right? Drop some water there, man. Get the fire under control for God's sakes, bro.
Just a couple of miles from this scene, so it's easy and quick for them to do those water drops. I believe.
For the love of everything that's green on God's green earth, come on, man. Damn, do something about it.
That they are also calling in fixed-wing aircraft. I have not personally seen any of those in action as yet, but they are always in these situations.
For taxes, these twats would come in, you know, day zero. But for actually doing good for the community, for the people, forget about it. We need some time.
In Southern California, readily available to be called into action if necessary. The fire is...
it's necessary right now, effective immediately.
Burning right now, Martha, by the way, just about 3 miles or so from the Reagan Presidential Library, and I believe the winds are blowing in that direction. So as a matter of precaution, the Reagan Library has been evacuated completely. Just a handful of staff remaining on site. All tour groups, including some school groups, moved out of there. The vast majority of the staff are sent home. And as you can see there are some flames still burning. So there's still work to do, obviously. The winds, we are told, are gusting right now, but they are...
And it's not even summer yet. Same is happening here in Canada, and damn, but we gotta move on. Yeah, check this out. So this is a crazy video, man. We're gonna have to talk about this one. Quickly though, gotta take a second to shout out you guys, man, especially the homie Gandhi, Madeline, Snowpaya, Marie, shout out to my brothers and sisters, Kenny, Doug, Ross, Aaron, Abe, Christina, Timothy, and One Ram for becoming brand new members on the channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the blessings, and Chelsea, Chris, the homie, big homie Chris, and Tino for the super thanks as well. Appreciate the blessings, gang. Appreciate the love. Let's actually get back to it before I lose my voice here. Yeah, inside China, so we're gonna have to fly down to China real quick. Inside China push for more marriages and children. Wow! So they're pushing for more kids? That's crazy.
Once the world's most populous country, China is no longer growing, hitting its lowest birth rate on record, mainly because fewer young people are getting married.
Yeah, that's kind of like the trend here as well. I feel like that trend is worldwide because of economy, stress, and all that. But China's like 1 billion people. It's a very strong nation. India, China, like both of them together, that's easy 2.5 bill to 3 billion with a B. B for Billy, B for billion, B for bruh. Exactly, right? So it's a lot of people, as Uncle Donnie would say, but...
It's not that I don't want to get married, says Ding Ying. It's just life pressure.
Exactly.
The reasons for the declines are partly economic, with youth unemployment and housing costs on the rise.
For the wedding ceremony, we have spent a lot of money.
The marriage rate now the worst since the pandemic, when China was locked down. But
yeah, since the blip, right? Since the COVID, man, it just fought everything up. Yeah, and that's a trend here too. But do you really want to promote? Obviously, you know, the Chinese people are some of the hardest working people, man. Like I've never met like any Chinese person that wasn't a hardworking person. From what I know is that usually, you know, most because I believe they had a policy years and years ago, decades ago, I guess, to have only one kid because gotta control the population. Okay, right? 1 billion people. It's a strong nation. So usually they only have one kid, and the parents, they work extra hard to make sure that they give everything to their one kid, right? And the kids grows up to be billionaires. Some of the most billionaires are Chinese fellas, right? Chinese people, because they actually work really hard. So, and the parents work really hard to make sure their kids grow up to be respectful men or women, right? Plus, their government, say whatever about their government, right? But at least one thing that's good about the government is that they control at least the tick thoughts, right? Like they make sure that they don't see the type of content that we see here in the West, which is like girls dancing. Okay, yeah, cute dances, whatever, right? But then you also got girls like shaking their ass, quite literally. That's the reality, right? And young men are thirsting over that. Yeah, that's the content that we're getting here in the West, versus their government controls it. Yeah, people don't like control. I agree with that. But at least in terms of that, oh, I'm definitely for it, bro. So they do see educational content, science content, you know, basically that would increase your IQ versus lowering your IQ down. So yeah, and that's why like they're very, very like hardworking though, versus here, man.
Values around
yeah, people are working hard here too, but I mean like today's youth has completely lost is what I'm trying to get at.
Marriage and family have also changed, especially among China's urban women, like Angela He, who's choosing to own a gym and raise a dog instead.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Than before, so people can decide what is their life gonna be. It's not like a traditional China anymore.
Yeah.
It was only a
nobody wanna hear like a kid cry though
decade
nowadays.
ago that the Communist Party ended the one-child policy.
Yeah, that's one. I swear to God, I haven't seen the full video. I've seen like a little bit, and I was like, damn. But I remember that. Yeah, one kid policy
that imposed family planning rules to control population. Couples who defied them were punished as unpatriotic, with fines, shaming, even jail. Now caught in a demographic squeeze.
Yeah, control like that is also pretty crazy though. But now, because of stress on economy, everybody's like, nah, F having kids, bro. We don't, the stress too much. Money ain't that good. So everybody's like, yeah, no, F all with that. But now they're pushing for it. And China, okay, let me Google that.
China's government is trying to reverse it, giving bonuses to newlyweds, offering marriage vows at spots that look good on.
Dang, bro, 1.4 billion. Whoa! What about India though? Yeah, combined gotta be like easy 3 billion, brothers. 1.47 to 1.48. Yeah, closer to 1.5, and that is 1.4 for China. Yeah, so I guess in a year, 2 years time, they're gonna be easy 3 billion. Whoa! And these are just estimated numbers. Yeah, they easily over 3 billion combined. That's crazy. Let's continue.
On social media and spelling it out in drone shows with diamonds in the sky.
Diamonds! Yeah, bring those diamonds! Give me those dang diamonds!
To rewire thinking, this university even has a bachelor's degree program in marriage, covering the whole cycle from matchmaking to counseling. In the past, people were more willing to marry and have children to feel secure, says the school's dean. Now they believe they can live well on their own. For the most part, experts doubt the government's campaign will lead to any sort of marriage or baby boom here. The challenge for China remaining strong with a population that's shrinking.
Yeah. And here in the West, though, like, we gotta constantly worry about being drafted. And Ana de Armas, photographed by Ben Affleck. This is a picture you carried to. I'm not even married yet, bro. I need me a Betty too. So like one day, if shit hits the fan, and I get drafted, or we get drafted, right, or I get drafted, then at least like I'll have a Betty that I can carry in a pocket, right, in a locket, in a pocket, in a locket, in a pocket to a war. Yeah, like I need me somebody too, bro. Damn. Come on.
And Janice joins us now live.
Yeah, guys, if you're watching this video, like to my grandmas out there that are watching this, to my sisters that are watching this, to my brothers, if you believe in manifestation, though, take your right hand, take your left hand. Even if you don't believe, just do it, bro. Like, take your left hand, right hand, send a prayer out for your boy. Hope and pray for me that I find me a rich baddie, okay? A rich sugar mommy, perhaps, okay? You know what I'm saying? Just gotta put it out there in the universe, man. One day, I'll find it. All right, moving on. Apparently, Alberta separatist movement faces uncertainty. Okay, let's see this one out, roll it.
Independence petition backed by the Alberta Prosperity Project, which gathered more than 300,000 signatures. The judge ruled that separation would violate historic treaties and cannot proceed without consulting First Nations. The decision triggered major political chaos, with separatist leaders launching an emergency appeal and Premier Danielle Smith calling the ruling anti-democratic. Joining us now is Nelson Wiseman, a professor emeritus of political science at the University of Toronto, to discuss what this all means for the referendum and its future.
And so Alberta want to separate. I'm in Canada, I'm in Montreal. Guys, if you're in Alberta, guys, we must stay together. We must suffer together, man. Come on, guys. Come on, we must suffer together, man. Let's not separate. Keep Alberta strong. Keep Alberta together. Canada fort, on a besoin de vous, okay? Mes sœurs and mes frères, okay? Come on, man.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Professor Wiseman.
You're welcome, Jasmine.
You're welcome.
So, first question, Professor, what was your initial reaction to the ruling? Were you at all surprised?
I wasn't completely surprised at all. I think the courts can be unpredictable on all kinds of questions. I think an appeal, which is apparently going ahead, The government itself says it's appealing the ruling. I don't know how an upper court will decide, but I don't really think it matters at all. Okay. If the government wants this referendum to take place, it doesn't have to go to court. It doesn't have to appeal this. It can just add it to the list of other questions it plans to ask Albertans that deal with such things as immigration. We didn't have a court case about whether the government can do it or not. Any government can put whatever question it wants to the public.
Okay. Now, guys, we must stick together. We must suffer together. Moving on, okay? Let's actually talk about this one. So this is actually going viral right now. Shout out to Uncle Asman, the Roach King.
On a first date with a Pirates pitcher, Chris Davinsky, and tells all after he attempted to persuade her to go back to his place.
So I'm on my way home from a date, and this date was with a Pirates player. I didn't go into this date thinking like, was with a Pirates player. I didn't go into this date thinking like he's gonna be a really good guy, you know, like I had the right expectations. So I get to this date, we just got coffee, very casual date, and then he goes, let's have a staring contest and let's see. He goes, winner gets a prize. And I go, okay, if you win, what do you want? And he goes, a kiss.
He was trying to score.
Of course it is.
Yes.
And he goes, what do you want? And I go, a second date. I don't want a fucking second date. I don't want a second date.
She wanted a second date, but she didn't get the second date. Her ego got bruised, and now she's on TikTok telling her truth.
This actually went viral, and it
I need my brothers, I need my sisters on this case immediately. What are we thinking?
completely backfired on her.
Dang, 15 million?
Whoa!
So we do, he's like, best 2 out of 3. I go, okay, cool. I lose the first one. I have contacts and naturally dry eyes, so I lose. And then he goes, all right, let's add something to this. He goes, if I win, you have to drive me back to my place. Drive you to your place.
Yeah.
You're a professional athlete. And you can't see.
I honestly think that, like, out of all this, that's kind of clever. I mean, it's not on Saikuno's level, but it's pretty good.
Secure yourself a fucking Uber home.
Yeah.
And he goes, I mean, I can, but like, I just rather you do it. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going home. Like, I'm driving myself home. I'm not going downtown.
Strong independent.
And he goes, well, shit, you might as well just drive me back to your place too then.
It's so embarrassing. Why would you post this? She's posting it so she can embarrass him and make him look bad.
This
internet points.
Man fully expected to
yeah, that's why he picked you. He didn't go and pick out a 9 or a 10. He decided to go with an easy for sure thing. It didn't work. I bet usually it works. This time it didn't work. That's the way it is.
Looks like brother dodged he dodged STDs and he dodged a lot of trauma, but we're now gonna have to. Okay, there's more.
One singular coffee date. So then at the end, he hugs me goodbye. I go, man, you better start walking. You got a long walk ahead of you. He's like, yeah, you're fucking right about that. So then I left. Honestly,
that's the youth, man. Today's youth is completely lost, man. Completely lost.
The exact date that I had expected. I'm actually impressed that my intuition was as accurate as it was, because that
intuition. I am Dad's little princess.
You're so smart.
This was for the plot, but it was exactly what I anticipated.
You're so smart.
That was fucking incredible. That was hilarious.
So that is our youth. We're now gonna have to move on because apparently Uncle Donnie posted this image last night, and yeah, people are going crazy. We're gonna have to cover this one and the other stuff that is coming out right now about the aliens in an alien video, but it's an AI image of a gray alien twat. Okay, and he's guarding the goods, chained up, pause, and there's another image. Yo, this looks real, right? This looks real. Whoa, this looks real. Obviously it's not, but we have been hearing about the gray aliens for a long time, and we ended up getting like version 1 of the UFO files as well. It had like, yeah, you know, very underwhelming footage, but I guess this was bigger in terms of spreading the message around, and the message is that, yeah, we are not alone, okay, and yeah, this is the batch number 1, and it's more like we're not alone, but are we alone? Maybe we're alone, but we don't think we're alone, so we gotta let the public know about it, right? So yeah, but a lot of people have different takes on it. Obviously, a lot of people believe in it, a lot of people don't believe in it. That's always gonna be, it's always gonna be like that. But we ended up getting version 1 of the files, and it's not necessarily convincing for the non-believers, and it's also not too much for the believers either. So if you're a believer, not too much. If you're not a believer, you need more proof and more evidence, understandably, right? So we had that, and apparently the news is going around. Representatives are saying that batch number 2, volume 2, season 2 is coming up very, very soon, and this is what President Trump posted last night as well. So maybe the second version is gonna be bigger than that, and they're also talking about releasing 40 plus high quality UFO videos. We initially heard that it was supposed to be 46 UFO videos. Some said 47, and Pentagon actually blocked it. And Representative Anna Paulina Luna says that, yep, they got Pentagon to approve it. Whoever was behind blocking it, right, they got them to approve it, and it's coming out very soon. And as soon as it comes out, we'll probably cover it on the channel. Did you see this alien video that recently released? If not, click here to check it out. And if for some reason YouTube don't show you the video on the screen, check out the last video on the channel. It's crazy.